Hey weirdos, welcome back to the Weird Canadian. Today, we're gonna take on Canada versus Trump. The Tariffs, a hidden economic war you did not see. We talk about wars fought with tanks and drones, but what about tariffs? 2018, Donald Trump launched a quiet economic war on one of America's closest allies, Canada. He called our steel a national threat, jobs were lost, tensions rose, and the way Canada fought back was like anything you've ever seen in modern trade. In June of 2018, Trump imposed 25% tariffs on Canadian steel and 10% on aluminum, claiming under Section 232 of the 1962 trade law that these imports posed a national security threat. Yes, Canada. National security risk. Thousands of jobs were at risk, and even though after those tariffs were briefly lifted in 2019, Trump hit again in 2020, targeting aluminum specifically. The economic shockwaves were real. Layoffs, uncertainty, and rising costs. Canada didn't just sit quiet. Trudeau's government hit back fast. $16.6 billion in retaliatory tariffs. Not just steel, but a symbolic US products like ketchup, bourbon, and even toilet paper. It wasn't random. These tariffs were designed to put pressure where it hurts. Red states reliant on exports. Smart diplomacy with a hint of steel. Beyond retaliation, Canada launched challenges to the WTO and under the NAFTA's dispute system, now replaced by the USMCA. But retaliation and lawsuits weren't enough. Canada got strategic. The Liberal government started diversifying trade away from the US. They also spent $2 billion to support the steel and aluminum, expanded EI benefits, and crucially passed protections to stop foreign companies from exploiting vulnerable Canadian firms. But not everybody was satisfied. Opposition leaders and some economists argued that the government was too slow, and it didn't do enough to protect consumers from the rising prices. A can of soup? More expensive. A new car? Delayed and pricier. Tariffs hurt everyone, not just companies. Now, fast forward to 2025. The Liberal government, now led by Mark Carney, has doubled down on diversification and trade protections, maintaining retaliatory tariffs on standby, expanding EU and Mexican trade, offering subsidies to shield key industries, and to build coalition with allies, Mexico and the EU. And yet, with Trump eyeing a political comeback, experts say that it could be right back to the same fight. This isn't just about tariffs. It's about sovereignty, about whether Canada can stand on its own in a global economy shaped by bullies and billionaires. Trade hurts the little guy, but how do we respond? That's what defines us. If this taught you something new, like, share, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Should Canada cut deeper ties with the US? Or is economic peace the only way forward? I'd like to know your thoughts.